start the meeting. Does anyone have any comments on the minutes from the meeting held on the 30th of January 2014? Or are you happy for me to sign it as it is?
I'm sure you can sign it. Just one of the few who are present.
Thank you very much. Any apologies, please?
Madam Mayor, there's no apologies.
Declarations of interest? No. Public question time. Do we have any questions from members of the public?
There are no questions.
I don't have a long enough.
So, we move on to member question time. Any questions? No? Next item is agenda item 6, Council Tax Base 2015 to 16. Yes, please.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Chairman. Every year we have to set the council tax base, which is the denominator in calculating council tax, which is based on the number of houses that we have in the borough. As everyone knows, we're building more houses and therefore we have a higher number of houses, but also the number of houses have to be converted into bandy equivalents. So that is another calculation which has to be undertaken, and we need to approve this in order for Graham to have the relevant numbers for the council meeting in a couple of weeks' time. So it's a technical paper, and that's its purpose, and that's the numbers that we have before you. The other item here is that we have received a grant from the government a couple of years ago in respect of the changes that they made to the council tax base to reflect the grant that was passed to us for council tax benefit where we took it over. And because it affected council tax base, it also affected parish councils. And therefore we have been proposing to pass a £100,000 grant to parish councils, which will be to help them with their budgets.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Mr. Bray?
You won't be surprised when I read. Would be me, what sort of meeting didn't say anything. I agree with Anthony entirely that the council tax base is an entirely technical thing. We fill it out a form and send it off to the government according to the rules. The second item about the how much money you're going to pass on to the parishes to overcome this difficulty with the council tax reduction coming in instead of council tax benefit. As you will remember, we had tried to propose a motion to discuss this at November Council, and it was one of the ones that wasn't heard. So how much better it would have been had we been able to have a council meeting tonight, which would of course, like the special council meeting we had before last, which was £508, the exact cost of it. We've got this meeting instead, but the councillors can't discuss that item. We couldn't have a debate on what we do about towns and parishes, not just this year, but in the future, when the government's attitude towards that money is changing.
Always changing.
Yeah. I'm not proposing to vote against it. I'll have that debate tonight on my own because it's a bit futile, but it would be better if every year we're going to have items that come up in January to enable the full council to discuss them and not just a small group of people.
Thank you very much. Anybody else? Councillor Baker?
I'm just actually, I've got my other hat on as leader of Woodley Town Council and the beneficiary of most of this money. I can say we're very, very pleased that you've continued to carry that on. It has helped us tremendously, so thank you.
Any other questions? No? So, all those in favour of the recommendation, please show. And that is carried. Thank you very much. Agenda item 7. Councillor Pollack, you are on again.
Thank you very much. Yes. We had to undertake, again, as part of the passing of the responsibility for council tax benefit, we had to come up with our own scheme in order to save £600,000. And I have undertaken a slight review of the scheme for this year, but primarily it's not much of a change. The scheme is as reported. I think we have managed to make the savings that we intended to. We've spent a lot of time looking quite carefully at making sure that we didn't affect people who were at the margin, that we took money away from people who could afford it, and that's why most of the money fell on householders, and some of the discounts that we were able to change. In fact, that we have a reasonably high turnover of houses at times. Actually, we were subsidising the people who were selling the houses, and it seemed sensible not to subsidise them to the same extent, but consequently to protect some of the people who were struggling financially instead.
Thank you very much. Any questions, Councillor Gray?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I haven't noticed what the following chair. This is actually a good. This scheme, when it was first brought in, Anthony was kind enough to consult me, but it also went through overview and scrutiny. And unlike most councils in the country, we've come up with a scheme that is fair, because it doesn't try and extract money from the people who've got the least. A lot of councils up and down the country have a scheme where everybody has to contribute something. They say that's fair. If you've got nothing, trying to get something out of you is quite difficult. And what happens as a result of that is you cause a lot of anxiety and distress to people who are on full housing benefits and have got no other source of income, and just have not got the ability to pay. But you also, from the council's point of view, open up a hole in your council tax collection because you cannot extract the money from them. So you get bad debts. So from both points of view, our system is much better. The people who really can't pay are not asked to pay, and the people who have a little bit more ability to pay, although they probably don't like it any better, that don't have to contribute a little bit more. And I think it works much better for the council and the nation in general. So I think we should carry on with the scheme as we have it.
Thank you very much. Councillor Baker.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to see that the item 3, that we're continuing to allow the disregard for war widows and war disability. I think it's actually quite timely, having just received a letter from the Ministry acknowledging our signature on the military covenant. And I see this as a demonstration of what we're doing as part of that military covenant. I'm also very pleased on item 4, on the hardship fund, particularly where you say that that hardship fund is effectively funded from changes to empty property charges, which I think absolutely is the right way of doing it. So congratulations to all. Well done.
Can I just come back
Yes,
on one other? I think I would like to pay tribute to the officers who drafted the original report and also did the work on this, these minor changes, and I think they were very aware of the issues that Prue raised and advised me very strongly against taking money away from people that just created a bad debt. So they were accountants, so they were on the right side of the line. But Kevin did a very, very good job, and he was very knowledgeable about the whole benefit system. So I'd like to pay tribute to them and have a minute, please.
Thank you. All those in favour of the recommendation? Thank you very much. And this concludes tonight's meeting. Thank you everyone.